Today I had a very peaceful meditation. For most of it, there were challenges, but it was a very relaxing meditation. And I wanted to share something. I watched a video a long time ago, but I saved it because it was really good. An interview from Joe Rogan interviewing Naval. I have the name here because I don't know how to pronounce it well. Naval Ravikant, something like that. But I made some notes because he shared some really interesting points. And I'm actually going to divide it into more than one video because there were many things that I want to touch upon. But he shared a quote from Pascal that is that all of humanity's problems stem from men's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. And that's interesting. I mean, I can't say that all of our problems, but it's a very interesting way to look at it because I agree to a very high degree. Like I definitely resonate with that. I know that it's a fascinating thing that we just can't be alone with ourselves. Like I remember, and this is not a judgment, please just know that I work with a lot of people because I like helping people. So if I share an idea from something, is not because I'm judging the person, just to illustrate what we go through as human beings, that we all go through this. But I remember I was working with someone, I was coaching someone, and she was doing meditations every night. And I was like, great. But then when she shared a little more, it turned out that she was laying down in the bed and doing a guided meditation, and she didn't even get to the end because she fell asleep before that. So there is power in guided meditations, but newborn baby, full-time job, family, house to run, like everything, cooking, cleaning, everything, right? So she didn't stop for a second in the entire day. And then the only time that she stopped, she was actually laying down and listening to a guided meditation. So she actually was never by herself with her own thoughts and feelings and emotions coming up. I went through periods where I did a lot of guided meditations, and then eventually I realized, like, I don't know, something about it just wasn't. I realized I need to go a little deeper. I need to be with my own thoughts and my own feelings, not someone telling me what to think about, how to feel, what to visualize. They're helpful. Please know that they're helpful. Not hating on guided meditations. But it's interesting. It's very interesting. He had another point that he said, with smartphones, boredom is dead. And he gave the example, and even when we're at a line in the supermarket, we check our phones. Like, it seems like we can't. And once again, I love technology. I love phones, of course. I share a lot of stuff in social media. But the fact that we can't be like 2 minutes with distraction, to me, is fascinating. It's fascinating what that's showing about ourselves, about our patterns, about whatever. I find that freaking fascinating. He then said, which I agree, he said, learning to enjoy being alone is a superpower. And I definitely agree with that. I've always struggled with this. When it comes to the distractions that I just talked about, there was a point, and it wasn't that long ago, that I realized, like, I'm constantly using some kind of distraction. Music is amazing, it's beautiful, but I'm just trying to share an example with you and draw the picture. Music, podcasts, YouTube videos, audiobooks. Always something running through my mind. Always listening to something, always watching something, always consuming information. Always. as human beings, we have incredible brains, we have incredible capacity, amazing gifts, but maybe it's not natural for us to be constantly stimulated. He called meditation the art of doing nothing, and I like that. And it reminds me of the movie Eat, Pray, Love. I made a video about the movie, and one of the things that I loved in the movie was the phrase. It was I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it was dolce far niente, and it's translated as, there were different translations and things, but it's the sweetness of doing nothing. And that just feels so good. Like I said, I've always struggled with this. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this meditation challenge. To be able to slow down. To be able to relax. And be by myself without a phone, without anything. Because there's a much deeper topic too, that in relationships, right? We all want to meet and manifest, and some people say manifest your soulmate, attract your soulmate, find your soulmate, be with your soulmate. But we can't even fucking be with ourselves. It's kind of hilarious when you take a step back and take a really good look at the situation, that we can't even be with ourselves for 5 minutes with no distractions. And then we expect other people to fully be able to be present with ourselves. I don't know, it's a fast, that would be like a half an hour video, so I'm not even going to go into that right now. But it's a fascinating topic. The sweetness of doing nothing. What do you think? Once again, I'm not going to stop using my phone. I'm not going to stop listening to podcasts or watching videos or listening to music or whatever. And I'm not saying you should. And I know some people are going to get triggered by this. I know some people are going to get pissed. Some people might stop watching these videos. But it's okay. I need to share what's in my mind. I need to share what's in my heart. That I think as a society, if we could spend that tiny bit of time with ourselves, by ourselves, in silence, over time we would notice incredible shifts within ourselves. And like I always say, you first fill your own cup, because you can't give what you don't have. And you fill your own cup with acceptance and compassion and forgiveness and love. And then what overflows, that's for other people. That's for everyone around you. But please take a freaking second to be with yourself. If this resonates at all, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And if you fucking hated it, just give it a thumbs down. I don't care. But I'm going to share what's in my mind and in my heart. And I think this stuff needs to be talked about. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? That's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Have an amazing freaking day.